Good afternoon. I am honored to stand before you today as the 2020 graduate and a former valedictorian of Redbank Valley High School. It is truly a special honor to return to this stage to celebrate an outstanding student whose name will soon join mine and so many others while on the wall here at Redbank Valley. Today's valedictorian is a student who has demonstrated dedication, leadership, and excellence both inside and outside the classroom. Having spent his entire life in the Redbank Valley community, he has made the most of every opportunity during his high school career. He has participated in varsity soccer for 4 years and track and field for 4 years, while also serving as a member of the Redbank Valley National Honor Society and Redbank Valley Outdoors Club. Outside of school, he has remained deeply involved in 4-H, serving as president of his 4-H club and a member of the Clarion County 4-H Teen Council. In his free time, he enjoys reading, watching sports, woodworking, staying active, and spending time outdoors. Following graduation, he plans to attend Messiah University to pursue a degree in biology before continuing on to medical school with the goal of becoming a physician. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the class of 2026 valedictorian Nolan Barnett. Congratulations. I think we'll go on there.
All good?
Yes.
Today we recognize a student whose dedication, leadership, and commitment has left a lasting impact on Redbank Valley High School. After moving to New Bethlehem from Montana before his freshman year, he quickly became an active and respected member of our school community. Throughout his high school career, he has participated in varsity football, basketball, track and field, also while serving on the Youth Council, Student Council, National Honor Society, and as a Bible Club leader. Beyond the classroom, he has volunteered at the Valley Thrift Shop and has served as a junior chairperson at the Redbank Valley Chamber of Commerce. This is demonstrating a strong commitment to his community and community. Following graduation, he plans to attend the United States Military Academy, where he will pursue a degree in civil engineering with a goal of becoming a combat engineer after completing the Sapper Leader course. It is my honor to introduce the class of 2026 salutatorian, Jaron Christians. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. And we're gonna go make a picture of you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Maria, and this is Kristen. We are from the Kiwanis Club of Clarion. Kiwanis International is an international service organization focused on supporting youth and strengthening our communities through service and outreach. Here in Clarion, our local chapter works year-round to raise funds for programs that benefit children and young adults at every stage of life. You may have seen us selling fries at the lemonade during the Autumn Leaf Festival, roses at the Clarion Farmers Market, hot dogs at the Summerfest, or selling raffle tickets throughout the year. Every dollar raised stays local and helps support youth programs within our community.
One of the many ways we are honored to give back each year is through our scholarship program. In memory of Dr. Ivan, Mary J. Rhodes, and Randall Stamm, we award 2 scholarships to local students attending Penn West Clarion. This year, we are proud to recognize one of your very own students and classmates, Mackenzie Kundek.
It is my honor this afternoon to present the Frank Walls Memorial Scholarship. Sergeant Frank Walls was a 1988 graduate of Redbank Valley. While at Redbank Valley, he was a member of the track and football teams, weightlifting club, ski club, varsity club, and the senior play. At the time of his death, Frank was a sergeant in the 14th Quartermaster of the United States Army Reserve, which was deployed to Saudi Arabia during Operation Desert Storm. On February 25, 1991, an SCUD missile destroyed the barracks housing members of the 14th Quartermaster. Frank was one of the 28 soldiers who died during that attack. It was at this time that the citizens of Redbank Valley School District, including Frank's family and the American Legion, established the Frank Walls Memorial Scholarship. We honor Sergeant Walls by presenting a memorial scholarship to a senior of Redbank Valley. The senior, upon review of the scholarship committee, must be working towards a four-year degree, show an express need, and present a quality of scholastics. It is my honor to present the 2026 Frank Walls Memorial Scholarship Award with the amount of $900 each to the three outstanding members of the 2026 senior class. And those are Gavin Bish, Molly Coyle, and Adeline Crawford.
Good afternoon, Redbank Valley. My name is Ryan Gold. I'm a proud Redbank Valley alumni from the class of 1996. So that means I'm as old as people like Mr. Carrier, who I played Little League Baseball with, and Mr. Campbell, who I played soccer with. Mrs. Harmon was actually the first person I ever saw do a backflip on a trampoline. So that's how old I am. I'm here today because 30 years ago, I received a nomination to the United States Military Academy at West Point. I served 4 years there, and it was the greatest time of my life. I'm now a volunteer field force member, assisting and interviewing candidates who are in the interview process for West Point. West Point was founded in 1802, but has a history dating back to our Revolutionary War, when it was a fort protecting the Hudson Valley from the advances of the British military. West Point has produced two United States presidents in Dwight D. Eisenhower and Ulysses S. Grant. Several foreign presidents, as well as many Fortune 500 executives, astronauts, countless other significant contributors to our nation. The mission of West Point is to build, educate, train, and inspire the Corps of Cadets to be commissioned leaders of character, committed to the Army values, and ready for a lifetime of service to the Army and the nation. I'd like to take a minute to speak about all of the academies for those that may not be aware. West Point is one of 5 military academies in the United States. We, of course, have our rivals, the Naval Academy and the Air Force Academy, but also the Coast Guard Academy and the Merchant Marine Academies. All of these academies have different things to offer, and if you're a younger student, you should consider them all, explore those options if you have some ambition and you think you got what it takes. So look into these as possibilities. All the graduates of these academies receive free education and many opportunities in exchange for service to the nation following graduation. Graduates are tasked with leading America's sons and daughters, acting as examples, making decisions on planning and training, providing guidance and discipline. I'd also like to mention that entering academy or the armed forces in general does not necessarily mean that you will be placed in harm's way. The candidate that I'm going to present to today may take a variety of routes. He may get his master's degree, law degree, or more from institutions such as Harvard, Stanford, Princeton, Columbia, or Yale, all paid for by the Army. These are places that seek the type of person that West Point produces. He may decide to lead soldiers in a stateside medical facility or work in finance or human resources. However, he may decide that he wants to lead men and women who like to jump out of planes, drive tanks, fly helicopters or drones, or shoot artillery or do other really cool stuff. Jaron, please join me on the stage. An appointment to West Point is not achieved by lottery, it is earned. You all know Jaron better than I do, so I don't have to list all of his accomplishments and accolades. However, I will say that Jaron earned a 1380 on his SAT and a 27 on his ACT. Jaron has earned 8 varsity letters, as well as being a three-sport athlete in football, basketball, and track. Jaron was accepted to and attended the summer leadership experience at West Point last summer. And you all know that Jaron contributes in the school and the community in so many other ways. And above all, he was tenacious in his desire to earn his appointment to West Point. Approximately 15,000 applicants open a file to be considered for West Point. 3,500 will receive a congressional, Senate, or other nomination. 2,000 will be deemed qualified, and 1,200 will receive this appointment letter to West Point for the class of 2030. Jaron is stepping up to accept the challenges of West Point, and this includes a scholarship that covers all tuition, room and board, books, uniforms, medical care, and military training, as well as pay while he's there. This is valued at approximately $400,000. Please know Jaron will earn every penny of it. I'm confident that Jaron will do a great job at West Point. I know that his family, friends, school, and community are very proud of him. On behalf of the admissions board at West Point, it gives me great pleasure to present Jaron with his certificate of appointment to the class of 2030 United States Military Academy. Congratulations, Jaron.
Hi guys. Senior class, families, good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Barger. I am the National Guard recruiter that covers this area and this high school, and I have for the past 2 years. So I've gotten to know some of these students very well, and I'm very glad to say that I have. First and foremost, I want to congratulate each and every one of you in the senior class on accomplishing the milestone of finishing high school. You may not think of it this way now, but this is a cornerstone that starts the rest of your adult life and pivots you to your future careers. I want to specifically recognize one of your classmates that has decided that his future path includes joining an organization that's larger than himself. If any of you know Private Rodriguez, he decided to raise his right hand September of last year, beginning of his senior year. He was ready to go. He swore to protect the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. In return for only 1 weekend a month out of his time, his future education is completely secured, 100% paid for, and he will always have, on top of his resume, veteran status or soldier preferred. I'm so beyond proud to have been just a sliver of a part of his journey in being his recruiter. I'll be cheesy and tell you that I'm very proud of you. I can't see where you are in the audience right now, so I'm just gonna keep giggling. But like I said, I am so beyond proud of you, and I would like everyone to join me in a round of applause while Private Rodriguez comes up here and I can present him with his award.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to present an award recognizing Jeremiah Harmon for his commitment to join the Air Force. I would first like to say a few words to acknowledge why I'm here to present this award and to acknowledge the magnitude of such a commitment. As for why I'm here, at 8:45 this morning, I got a call from Mr. Hicks. He informed me that the Air Force recruiter originally tasked with presenting this award had to cancel last minute. He asked if I could take their place, and I happily accepted. While I might not have the same ethos as that recruiter to talk about what it really takes to be an airman, I, just like anyone else in here, have a general understanding of what it takes to join the United States military. Courage, dedication, and most importantly, discipline. At this point in the speech, the recruiter likely would have done their best to acknowledge the character, honor, and other prestigious values associated with becoming an airman. This is where I have the upper hand. I'm not here to acknowledge an award and talk about the values of some new recruit I barely even know. I'm here to talk about the brother-in-law that I've had the privilege of getting to know pretty well over the last couple years. When I met Jeremiah, he was a chunky kid that could barely do a few push-ups, maybe some sit-ups, and definitely not a single pull-up. Back then, when I was invited over for family dinners, you could easily tell which plate was his by looking at the huge portions. He also had a weird habit of taking his shirt off to show off the results of such a diet and his hatred for exercising at the time. The young man receiving this recognition today, though, is a completely different person from the kid he was just a couple years ago. Since then, he has transformed into someone that clearly values hard work and discipline. I have a couple short examples that work to display this new version of him. Number one, this first story took place last summer, by the way. Just a few months into his transformation, where he had only been doing bodyweight exercises and short runs no longer than a few miles, Jeremiah agreed to run a half marathon with me, completely on a whim. After a short run together on a Saturday, I asked him if he was down to try the half marathon on a Sunday, kind of hoping he'd say no. He agreed, and before we knew it, we were 10 miles deep, slopping down warm water from a sweaty water bottle, eating fruit snacks while trying our best not to die. Even though he would claim afterwards it was the hardest thing he had ever done physically, he never once tried to give up or quit. Later that summer, we were on a cruise with his family, a cruise which is probably the time it's most acceptable to just chill out and forget about responsibilities or duties. Every day on that cruise, without exception, Jeremiah met me at the gym at 6 a.m. to work out. In fact, when I showed up at 6 a.m., he was usually already there waiting for me. He never faltered, and he never failed to show up. Even on this cruise, he's never lost his discipline and the hunger for self-improvement. Beyond these couple examples, there are countless everyday things he does that consistently reflect the values he's adopted during his transformation. He's always down to work out at a moment's notice. If I need help with something like moving something heavy or literally just wanting someone to accompany me while I go run an errand, he accepts first and asks what we're doing afterwards. Just this last weekend, on a trip over to New York City together, he did push-ups with me at the rest stops and joined me to get a quick workout in when we passed some outdoor gym equipment in the city. All of these things may seem small on their own, but together they communicate something much greater about Jeremiah's character. Time and time again, he has proven to me that he is disciplined, committed to self-improvement, and willing to embrace discomfort in the pursuit of growth. I have full confidence that he will use his time in the Air Force to continue sharpening these qualities and allow them to shape him into a true warrior. Thank you, Jeremiah, for your commitment to serve.
Good afternoon. I'm Emily here on behalf of our State Senator Scott E. Hutchinson to present the 2026 Good Citizenship Awards to two students today. The Good Citizenship Award is the strength and vitality of our nation, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania relies on the new generation of good citizens. Good citizens strive to do their very best each and every day, whether in school, in extracurricular activities, or in their families. The Senate Good Citizenship Award honors a student of good character who accepts responsibility and/or has experienced exemplary personal growth during the school year. May this award offered with such best wishes of State Senator Scott E. Hutchinson recognize your achievement and encourage you in all your future endeavors. Please congratulate Ivy Nee and Owen Wolf.
My name is Cindy Morgan, and I'm honored to be here today representing the Clarion County chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. The DAR was founded in October 1890 and its headquarters in Washington, D.C. DAR is dedicated to promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing American history through better education for children. The Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award is a way to recognize outstanding young people who exhibit qualities of good citizenship in their homes, schools, and communities. These good citizen qualities are based on dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. The Clarion County chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution, presents this award to one outstanding senior student in each of our local participating schools. For Redbank Valley, it is my honor and privilege to present the DAR Good Citizenship Award to this year's recipient, Jaron Christians. He receives a certificate, Good Citizen pin, and $350 scholarship. Please come forward. Congratulations. I am also presenting the American Legion Auxiliary Americanism essay, and with me today is Paula Foster, and she will be presenting this award.
The American Legion Auxiliary was founded in 1919 and is the world's largest women and girls patriotic service organization. We support our veterans, our military, and their families, and we promote patriotism, good citizenship, peace, and security. Each year, we sponsor the Americanism Essay Contest. This year's essay was celebrating America's 250th birthday and the veterans who fought for our freedom. This year, we have two winners. The winner for Class 4 is Natalie Westover. And in Class 5 is Adeline Crawford. Please come forward to receive your certificate and honorarium. Adeline?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cash, your award for you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Natalie. Congratulations. There's yours. Thanks so much.
The last presentation I'm making today is a scholarship from the Jacob E. Rhodes Foundation. Jacob Eaton Rhodes, my grandson, was a young man with big dreams for his future and was working hard to achieve them. Jacob lived his life to the fullest. He was a hard worker, a great friend, and always working very hard towards his dreams, and was extremely established for the age of 21. Jacob's business was growing rapidly, branching off to excavating, concrete, and stump grinding. His goal was to strictly work on his own business, Rhodes Excavating, by the spring of 2024. Unfortunately, he unexpectedly passed away on August 5th, 2023. My daughter Ginger and granddaughter Gina and I are the founders of the Jacob E. Rhodes Foundation. Our goal for the foundation is to provide scholarships for aspiring young entrepreneurs ages 17 to 25 that wish to continue their education to start or enhance their business. This year we have 8 scholarships that we are giving to Western Pennsylvania students. We are awarding one of your students, Alan Hagan. She will be given a scholarship, t-shirt, and ornament for her hard work, dedication, and passion for her own business and business entrepreneurial dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon to the senior class, your family and friends. It's really a privilege and an honor for me to be here today, but it's your day. Congratulations. I'm John Giroux. I'm representing the Chamber of Commerce here in the Redbank Valley. Our organization is dedicated to supporting and promoting local businesses while encouraging startups and existing businesses to move into our area, all in an effort to improve the quality of life here in the Redbank Valley area. We want you and your children to have a better place to live than we did when we were your age. You all have taken your first steps as adults in deciding what you're going to do with your lives after graduation. Some of you will be going further in your education, some will be serving our nation in the military, and some of you will go right into the workforce. There aren't any wrong choices, and the wonderful thing about life is you can always change directions. In my life, I've been a farmer, fence contractor, bookkeeper, groundskeeper, graphic artist, and writer. And I still don't know what I want to do if I grow up. Our education system has, for 3 generations, emphasized college prep. As a result, there's a real shortage of skilled tradespeople in our current economy. There simply aren't enough nurses, beauticians, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, well-trained law enforcement officers, or young people able and desiring to start these businesses. Because of these shortages, the Chamber decided to encourage and support young people who are going to further their education in vocational or technical schools. Most of us need a lawyer once or twice in our lives, but all of us rely on the skilled tradesmen to keep our cars running, to keep the lights on, to keep the furnaces running in the winter, and the air conditioner running in the summer. And in today's world, a good plumber, nurse, electrician, or welder can earn a doctor's pay without that amazingly huge debt load before the check arrives, the first check arrives. And it also requires a whole lot less investment to open your own plumbing shop or welding shop than it does to start a museum to use that advanced history degree. The members of the Chamber hope that many of you who are going into the skilled trades will come back here to live and eventually open your own businesses. It's my privilege and pleasure to announce the name of the winner of our Redbank Valley Chamber of Commerce Skilled Trades Scholarship. And the certificate here reads, be it known by all here present that Jackson Huffman, Redbank Valley High School class of 2026, is hereby awarded the Redbank Valley Chamber of Commerce Skilled Trades Scholarship. Congratulations, young man. Best of luck. Obviously, you're not afraid of heights.
Oh.
Good luck to you. Keep in touch with us.
Thank you.
Graduating seniors, I'd like to wish you all fair winds and a following sea, and wherever you go, you've got the love of your community behind you. Thank you all.
Hi, I'm Dennis Harriger. I'm from the Fraternal Order of Eagles in New Bethlehem, and I'm not the talker. He got sick today, so I'm here, so I'll make it short and sweet. Congrats to the seniors, and we got 2 $500 scholarships to give out, one for Adeline Crawford, and one for Mackenzie Coonday.
Good afternoon. I want to take a moment to congratulate the class of 2026. Being here today as seniors is a big accomplishment and shows the hard work and determination that you've put in over the years. Congratulations and best of luck as you take your next steps after high school. We are here today to present the Sergeant Joseph M. Garrison Memorial Scholarship. Joey, to those of us who knew him, was her son, my brother, and their uncle. During his senior year here at Redbank Valley High School, our country experienced the tragic events of September 11th, a moment that left a lasting impression on so many, including Joey. Not long after, he made the decision to serve. Joey enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and went on to complete 4 tours of duty. He served with courage, commitment, and a deep sense of purpose. On June 6, 2011, Joey was killed in action in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. This year marks 15 years since Joey lost his life serving our country. It's hard to believe how quickly time goes by. 15 years to some can feel like a lifetime, and yet in so many ways it feels just like it was yesterday. Joey believes strongly in serving others, in standing up for what matters, and in the freedoms that we often take for granted. As a part of the scholarship application process, students were asked to reflect on the meaning of freedom, to identify someone they consider a hero, and to share how that person has influenced their understanding of freedom. Your scholarship packets are then sent out to all the members of the scholarship committee locally and out of state to review, and we vote. Your essays were thoughtful, sincere, and truly honored Joey's memory in a meaningful way, and I want to thank each and every student who took the time to apply. It truly means a lot to us. At this time, it is my privilege to announce the recipient of the 2026 Sergeant Joseph M. Garrison Memorial Scholarship is Miss Mackenzie Kundig.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here to congratulate the class of 2026. My name is Bridget Thornton, and I'm representing the Clarion Hospital Foundation of Independence Health System. This year, in 2026, we were able to award over $9,000 worth of scholarship to those students in the area who are pursuing careers in the health field and or medical field. I'm pleased to say that Redbank Valley received 2 of those scholarships. The first one is the Dr. John E. Brooks Memorial Scholarship, and it is a $1,000 scholarship. It was created by his family to honor his memory and benefit local students furthering their education in the medical field. The recipient of the 2026 Dr. John E. Brooks Memorial Scholarship is Nolan Barnett. Next is also a $1,000 scholarship, that one being the Joseph and Helen Miller Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship was established by the foundation to honor the Miller family. It will go to someone pursuing a career in the health field, and this year the Redbank Valley student that was awarded this is Addison Bond. These students should be very proud. This year we had well over 40 applicants for our scholarships, so I'm pleased to be able to offer them to 2 of your students. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica McCauley, and it is my honor to be here on behalf of the United Valley Soccer Association to award their annual scholarship. If you know me, you know that a passion for soccer is something I can respect and smile about. If you know our first recipient of this scholarship, you know that he has that passion for soccer, and it burns brightly. His passion for soccer and commitment to the game of soccer is definitely reflected in how he plays the game and his hours given to support younger players, even through game after game after game of reffing. Please join me in congratulating Nolan Barnett as our first recipient. I think he's smiling for a picture. Service to the sport of soccer and the youth soccer community is an important factor to the growth of the sport in the Valley. Our second recipient has shown this commitment through their service to UVSA through years of refereeing youth soccer at Pottery Fields. This service and years of soccer games played have shown that she believes in the game of soccer and growing it for future generations of players. Please join me in congratulating Darian Bartley. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Good afternoon. My name is Jody Beers. I'm the Executive Director of the Armstrong County Community Foundation. I'm giving out 3 awards today. The first is the Brett Charmello Memorial Scholarship. Brett Charmello was started by friends of Brett's. Brett lost his life in a tragic car accident in April of 2010. Brett was a senior in Katanning High School at the time of his death. This scholarship is available to a high school or adult student who is enrolled full-time or part-time in post-secondary education. This year's recipient is Shay Lufsey, and she will receive $310. The second award is the Dr. Cliff Vogan Memorial Scholarship. The Dr. Cliff Vogan Memorial Scholarship is made possible by the Collinsville Area Health Clinic Board of Directors in honor of Dr. Vogan's many years of service and dedication to the residents and patients of the Collinsville Area Health Center. The recipient of this scholarship was one pursuing post-secondary education in the medical field. This recipient of the Clifford Vogan Medical Scholarship is Nolan Barrett, and he will be receiving $2,847.50. The last scholarship I will be awarding is the Shirey Scholarship. This scholarship was established to aid students continuing their education. Mr. Shirey grew up in the area, and after graduation, he could not afford to go to college. Now he and his wife would like to help a student from Redbank Valley High School pursue a higher education. This scholarship awarded is $3,500 to Adeline Crawford.
I love you more, Kaylee. My name is Lisa Bowser. I represent the New Bethlehem Moose Lodge. With the help of our community, we are proud to award scholarships to some outstanding graduating seniors from our local high school. To our recipients, congratulations on all your hard work and accomplishments. We're proud of you, and we hope this scholarship helps you take the next step towards your future. Congratulations again, and best wishes to all of you, especially Kaylee. Our winners this year are Addison Bond, Mackenzie Kundick, and Helena Barrett. I love you too, Braden.
Good afternoon, Redbank. My name is Pastor David Nagel, and this is Debbie Silvis. We're with the Redbank Valley Church Association, and just want to thank everybody that applied for our scholarships. Reading your essays gives me a lot of hope for the future of the church, and we're just so glad that so many of you are holding strong to your faith. And I want to remind you that the Bible says the steps of a righteous person are guided by the Lord. So in this crazy life, as you're trying to make decisions, you've already had to make some crazy decisions. Just know that if you stand strong with the Lord, He will lead you and guide you.
The scholarships that we award have nothing to do with your academics or your social or your sports or other things. What they have to do with is service to God. And the students that are receiving these awards today have definitely proven that in spite of all the busyness of their life and all of the other things that they do, they still take time to serve in this way. We distribute 2 different scholarships. The first one is called a Share in a Dream Scholarship. And this one is totally provided annually by members of the area churches. This year, both scholarships included, we are distributing 12 scholarships, $9,500 to students in 4 different schools. 7 of the students receiving scholarships this year are from Redbank Valley. So congratulations to all of you, and will these students come up first? Gavin Bish. Just line them up. Okay. Jackson Huffman. Carson Gold. Jeremiah Harmon. And Devin Weckerly. Please congratulate them for a job well done. The other scholarship is called the Oakwood Presbyterian Endowment Scholarship. And this year's award winners on this scholarship are Nolan Barnett and Adeline Crawford. We just wanted to give parents or grandparents a chance to get this picture. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Morgan Toth Klein, and I'm presenting the Tut Toth Memorial Scholarship alongside Mr. Fricko. My dad was a coach in numerous youth organizations, but his pride and joy was New Bethlehem Little League. He spent countless hours at the field. It didn't matter if he was mowing the grass or coaching my brother and I, our separate teams, at the same time. He loved every aspect of it. I think his favorite part was sharing the love of the game and helping anyone who needed it. All those years my brother, Scott, and I got to spend at the field with our dad, we got to see how much he truly loved his time there. Many years after my dad passed, I figured out it was bigger than baseball. The stories that were shared with us about how he helped not just with the game, but positively impacting futures will be forever cherished. Every year, the scholarship applicants are asked how a coach or a specific event has shaped them to be the person that they have become. It is such a joy to read how parents, coaches, mentors, friends, and organizations have helped you become the best versions of yourselves. Since 2012, we have awarded 54 scholarships. After today, that number will be 60. So if our scholarship awardees could please come up: Carson Gold, Addison Bond, Jackson Huffman, Quinn White, Ryan Hepler, and Isabella Orr.
Good afternoon and congratulations to the class of 2026. It's such a special time in your lives, and I'm sure you're all very excited to move on from here. My name is Mary Lynn Dunlap. I'm the Senior Associate Director at Penn West University. Some of you know us as Clarion, Cal U, Edinburgh. We're in our 4th year of our integration and very proud to continue to serve this region. It is my great honor to recognize 12 students from the Redbank Valley High School class of 2026, whose dedication to academic excellence and perseverance has earned them a prestigious award. The Penn West Premier Scholarship is a testament to their hard work and outstanding academic records, and ensures they have the resources to continue their journey of success at Penn West. The scholarship ranges in amounts from $1,000 to $4,000 per year, and each recipient, and they are awarded at the time of admission. Please come forward for your certificate of achievement as I read your name and biography. You can remain on stage with me until everyone is acknowledged. Alara Altabella is admitted to early childhood education and elementary education program at the Clarion campus and is the recipient of our Merit Scholarship. Owen Wolf is admitted to the chemistry program at the Clarion campus and is a recipient of our Merit Scholarship. In addition, Owen is receiving the Leslie Helen Himes Family Endowed Scholarship for $1,000. Xander Dean is admitted to the Applied Computing program at the Clarion campus and is receiving the Leslie Helen Himes Family Endowed Scholarship for $1,000. Natalie Troop is admitted to the Early Childhood and Special Education program at the Clarion campus and is a recipient of our Merit Scholarship. Bella Orr is admitted to the Criminal Justice Program at the Clarion campus and also a recipient of our Merit Scholarship. Jordan McCaslin is admitted to middle-level social studies at the Clarion campus, is the recipient of a Merit Scholarship and a housing award. Yes. Emily Confer is admitted for secondary education English at the Clarion campus and is the recipient of our Merit Scholarship and a housing award. Congratulations. Nadia Luxinger is admitted to secondary education English at the Clarion campus and is the recipient of our Merit Scholarship and a housing award. Nadia also is receiving the Dr. Lou and Marge Tripodi Endowed Scholarship for $660.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kimmy Adams is admitted for biology at the Clarion campus and is the recipient of our Merit Scholarship. In addition, Kimmy is receiving the Clarion Panasonic Ideas for Life Endowed Scholarship for $1,520. Molly Evans is admitted to the Biology Pre-Veterinary Medicine program at the Clarion campus and is the recipient of our Merit Scholarship. In addition, Molly is receiving the Paul and Mary Weaver Endowed Scholarship for $1,760. Kira McGuire is admitted to the Nursing ASN program at the Clarion campus and is the recipient of our Merit Scholarship. Congratulations, you're welcome. And Mackenzie Kundick is admitted to the Exploratory Studies program at the Clarion campus and is a recipient of our Top Merit Scholarship. In addition, Mackenzie is receiving a $1,000 Honors College Scholarship. You're welcome. Congratulations on this well-earned achievement. We're excited to see what you'll do. Thank you.
Congratulations, Redbank seniors. My name is Robson Tobin. I'm the brand new director out of the Clarion County Career Center. And I want to take a few moments to recognize the seniors from Redbank Valley who attended. These are your builders, your maintainers, and your caregivers, the foundation of any community. And we're going to spend a few minutes recognizing the seniors. I'm not going to ask you guys to come up. I already made you do that once last Thursday at a ceremony where they had to come across the stage and receive their awards. But I'm going to go down through the list of seniors, and if you want to hold your applause to the end, because it's a really long list, and then we can applaud the accomplishments of these seniors. Seniors, when I call your name, though, I would like you to stand and give the wave, right? We'll start with Allied Health Science, Ashley Adams, Haley Anthony, and Molly Evans. There we go. Good. Automotive Technology, Nathan Milliron and Clayton Widger. Construction Technology, LaRue Klinger, Todd Gathers, Tyson Hopper, Jackson Huffman, Gavin Rodriguez, and Elijah Schaefer. Good job, guys. Cosmetology, Cameron Bladel, Gabriella Burningham, and Chelsea Wegley. Nice. Culinary Arts and Hospitality, Hannah Schilling. Yeah. Diesel Technology, Trinity Blake and Isaac Neiswanger. Police Science, Natalie Hinton, James McFarland, and Kaylee Smith. Oh, and Owen Young and Zayden, or Owen Wolf and Zayden Young. Sorry, I had to turn to the back there. Good. Welding and Fabrication, Wyatt Magnus, Canyon Martin, Marshall Knopf, Wyatt Skinner, and Cody Thomason. So there are 9 programs at the Career Center, and I think you should be very proud of those 9 programs that 5 of them, the award for top senior went to a Redbank Valley student. And I really want to recognize these individuals at that time. So once again, if you'll stand, your top senior in automotive technology, Nathan Milliron. Round of applause. Construction technology, LaRue Klinger. Diesel technology, Isaac Neiswanger. Welding and fabrication, Wyatt Magnus. And police science, Owen Wolf. And lastly, I'd like to recognize the seniors who accomplished National Technical Honor Society honors. And that would be Molly Evans, Jackson Huffman, Tyson Hopper, and Zayden Young. Once again, congratulations, seniors, and I wish you the best.
Good afternoon, Redbank Valley. My name is Staff Sergeant Joseph Williams. I am a United States Marine recruiter for Clarion, Butler, and Allegheny counties. So my job has me taken all throughout Western Pennsylvania, looking for a few good young men and women who are both eligible and inspired to join the Marine Corps. But that's not why I'm here tonight. The reason why I'm here today is to acknowledge the students who embody the traits we Marines look for in our members: discipline, drive, and toughness. The ones that people must have not only to join the military, but to take on the exceptionally tough challenge of becoming Marines. The characteristics that have propelled these seniors to achieve excellence in academics, athletics, and in the art of music are the same ones that will help ensure that they reach their goals and continue being valuable assets to their community. So you don't have to enlist to serve as an example of Marine Corps values, but these 6 students, many of whom you've already seen on the stage, have shown enough honor, integrity, and fortitude to make me believe that the best of this generation is here in this room tonight, and that the defense and future of our nation is in good hands. So, without further ado, I will begin with the Scholastic Excellence Award presented to 2 students for academic achievement and leadership as a high school scholar, to Jaron Christians and Mackenzie Kundik. Next, the Marine Corps takes pleasure in presenting the Distinguished Athlete Award to 2 more seniors for displaying courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership as a high school athlete. This award goes to Jordan Smith and Isabella Orr. So I didn't mention to everyone here just now that I am also a Marine musician. So I have a particular bias for this next award, the Semper Fidelis Music Award for Musical Excellence, presented by the United States Marines Youth Foundation Incorporated and the Marine Corps League in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman or soloist. And this award goes to both Joey Brisson and Cheyenne Keel.
Good, how are you?
Congratulations. Make sure your band director signs these. Make sure your band director signs these. You can frame them in the band room, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's fitting that they asked the social studies teacher and the head football coach to give away the Redbank Valley Sports Boosters Awards. There's no mystery that I'm someone that absolutely believes in the powerful impact of athletics. Yesterday, I shared with the senior class that one of my favorite things to do as a head coach is a pregame speech, and I think it's a really special moment where it's the last message that you give to your team before you go out to battle, and it's a private moment, and for me, it's probably good that those things aren't for public consumption. And so yesterday, I shared with my seniors essentially what my pregame speech for life was for them as they get ready to go out into life. And I shared with them a variety of things. But one of the favorite things that I share with my seniors is I have a picture of Boo Schreckengoss that I put up on the screen. And it was after we lost the state championship game in 2021, and me and Boo were hugging each other. And, you know, I say to the seniors, the most important thing that I can tell you is be prepared for moments of failure, be prepared to be knocked on your can, and it's those moments that are going to define you. And I talked about how in that moment, when you think back to 2021, going up against a team from a town of 45,000 people, and here we are from a borough of 900, there was no one that deserved to win that game more than us. There was no one that worked harder or had a community backing them as much as we did. That was our Cinderella story. And you take a kid like Boo Schreckengost, who had tragedy happen to him at 6 years old. There was nobody that deserved that more than him. And we worked as hard as we could, and we lost. And that's life. You're going to work as hard as you possibly can at times, and at times you're going to lose. At times you feel like you're going to get cheated, and at times you're not going to be able to get across the finish line when you feel like you had the ability to do so. But it's in those moments of failure that are going to define you as a person. And when I think about the power of athletics, I think about how those moments have defined me more than any moments of victory. And when I think about this senior year, we've had a mix of a lot of success, and we have some athletic teams that had some losing records. And I would just challenge every single one of you that played a sport this year. I want you to think back to the highs, and I want you to think about the lows as well. Because a lot of times it's those lows that are going to define your character, and there's nothing more important to an individual than their character. So, on behalf of the Redbank Valley High School Sports Boosters, our two recipients, one male and one female, and the neat thing about this award is they will continue to receive this award through the duration of their college years. So if you're an underclassman that plays a sport, this is absolutely one that you want to make sure you apply for, because you're going to get it every single year. So first, for the girls, Quinn White. And for the boys, Nolan Barnett. Congratulations. Instructions are in there for you. Congratulations. You already got one from them, so you should have already got it. Sound good? All right, you get to hear me for a little bit longer, because I'm going to also present the inaugural Bob Tonkin Memorial Scholarship Award. Bob Tonkin was an educator and a coach at Redbank Valley High School, Cameron County High School, and went on to be an athletic director at Brookville High School. And even though he served on a number of different committees and served in a variety of different roles as his time serving in District 9 athletics, what he is most known for, and his nickname was the father of 6 classes, because he almost single-handedly petitioned the PIAA to change the way that we compete in athletics from 4 classes to 6 classes. And the major reason that he did that was so that small rural communities would be able to experience deeper playoff runs by spreading us out to 6 classes. Some people hate it. Sometimes all you have to do is search blame 6 classes on Twitter and you will find people that hate the concept of 6 classes. But for a school like us, we are exactly the reason that Mr. Tonkin fought for the right to allow small rural schools to have that experience. When I think back to that state championship game in Hershey, I think about a moment of looking up in the stands and literally the entire community of Redbank Valley was there in the stands. The entire community shut down, and that was just a snapshot in my mind of what Mr. Tonkin was fighting for and what he was petitioning for. So I thought it was really unique that the first school from District 9 to be able to play in a state championship after Mr. Tonkin's efforts was Redbank Valley, where his career started within District 9. About 3 or 4 months ago, I got the chance to meet Mr. Tonkin's wife and Mr. Tonkin's son at our local fine dining establishment, Snug Harbor. And after having a conversation about the impact that Mr. Tonkin had on me as a coach and the opportunity and how special that day was for us in 2021 and even 2023 when we were 5 minutes away from doing it again, Mr. Tonkin's son walked out of the restaurant that night and he handed me $2,000. And he said, I want you to establish a scholarship fund at Redbank Valley, since that's where my dad started. Give 1 to a girl, 1 to a boy. You set the guidelines, you set the criteria, you determine how it's going to be awarded. So again, being a social studies teacher and head football coach, we decided we aren't going to do this based on grades. And so what we came up with is I was simply going to ask the kids to write about the following essay. Based on your experiences, what are the benefits of participating in athletics at a small rural school district like Redbank Valley? What are some experiences that you believe to have had here at Redbank Valley that you may not have been able to experience at a larger suburban or a large or urban school district? So we have 2 winners, but I want to read an excerpt from one of the winners that I think capture not only what I wanted to see in that essay, but it also captured as well what I think was at the heart of what Mr. Tonkin was fighting for when he was literally going to each board member individually and petitioning them to get us to 6 classes. When I look at the difference between a small rural school and a large urban school, Redbank Valley wins every time for 4 main reasons. More chances to play, the special bonds with coaches, the friendships with teammates, and the way the whole town shows up for us. Big schools might have more money, but they can't touch the family feel that we have here. Unlike larger urban school districts where athletes might be anonymous, here the people in the stands are your elementary teachers, they're your neighbors, they're the local business owners who've known you since you were a child. This support is visible when the bleachers are packed during a state playoff run and when the whole community and all the surrounding fire companies come out on the streets after a big win to escort you back to the school. When you step onto the field, you aren't just playing for yourself or your school. You're playing for a community that's deeply invested in your success. The pride creates an atmosphere of belonging that turns every game into a shared milestone for the whole town. Without Mr. Tonkin, we don't experience that in 2021. We don't get to see what it's like to shut down a town and whenever you have a community overtake Hershey. And so I thought that that was a very fitting description of what we want this award to be. So again, 2 award winners for this, 1 male and 1 female. And the female winner is going to go to Quinn White. And the male winners, Carson Gold.
Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Aaron. Mr. Hepler and I are here to present the RVEA scholarships.
RVEA stands for the Redbank Valley Education Association, a group made up of your teachers, secretaries, aides, and other dedicated school staff who work with and support students every day. Together, we've created a scholarship fund to recognize and invest in deserving seniors as they start the next chapter of their lives. Throughout the year, RVEA members contribute through our Jeans Fund, which gives staff the opportunity to wear jeans on Fridays for a donation to the scholarship. To apply, seniors were asked to respond to a short essay prompt about their future goals and contributions to society. Those essays were carefully reviewed and scored by RVEA members from the high school, intermediate school, and primary school using a shared rubric. The students with the highest scores were selected. This year, we are especially proud and excited to award 6 scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each to deserving seniors. Here are the RVA scholarship winners. Please hold your applause till the end. Kimberly Adams, Nolan Barnett, Addison Bond, Molly Coyle, Adeline Crawford, and Mackenzie Kundick. Congratulations. Thank you.
A little variety here, huh? Okay, I'm gonna try. Good afternoon. Perhaps you've heard the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. As I look at these pictures, I think on some of the words that may have come into your mind: love, joy, family, celebration, warmth, a new birth, parents and children, husband and wife. Perhaps the most obvious is the beautiful soul that ties all of these pictures together. Yes, that would be my wife, Amy. As many of you are aware, my family had to face the harsh reality of saying the most difficult goodbye to her this past February. But I'm not standing here today to dwell on the tragedy of a lengthy battle with breast cancer. No, I'm here to share with you just a sliver of the ray of sunshine that Amy has been to me, to our daughters, to our families and friends, and to anyone who's been lucky enough to be in the room she was lighting up. For me, these photos do not represent isolated events and memories. They are a timeline, a portal stretching back through a life well lived, a life that epitomizes what I believe the Evan Campbell Memorial Scholarship is all about, a life that a mere 4 pictures cannot possibly do enough justice, but I'm going to try. The photo at the top left is from Amy's 21st birthday party in July of 1998. I had met her about a year before at the start of our junior year at the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown. You wouldn't know it, but Amy's parents, Sam and Martha, who are pictured with her, had been by this time divorced for at least 5 years. She spent a good chunk of her teen years holding down the fort for herself and her younger brother, navigating the upheaval left in the wake of an absent father, all while living with a mother who was facing an ongoing struggle with her mental health. So what do I hope you can see? Compassion, forgiveness, hearts that would continue to be mended through time by a daughter's unfailing love. The photo at the top right is from November of 2006. Our son, Evan, in whose honor this scholarship is given, had been born with a congenital heart defect called tetralogy of Fallot. During his time with us, he would undergo numerous medical procedures, scans, tests, lengthy hospital stays. At the time of his birth, Amy was employed in the finance department of Respironics Incorporated. It was a job she had longed for, working alongside people she admired, on track for the career path she had chosen in college. And then, in an instant, she gave it all up to stay at home to be Evan's caregiver.
It was the easiest decision in the world for her. So what do I hope you can see? Sacrifice, selflessness, doing exactly what she had been called to do. The photo at the bottom left is from July of 2012. This one's a little easier. On the surface, it appears to be an unspectacular image of Amy and I going out to dinner. But just 2 months prior, she'd been diagnosed with celiac disease, an autoimmune condition that requires adherence to a strict and lifelong gluten-free diet. So we cleaned out our pantry, researched new recipes, reorganized our shopping list. For a time, we wondered if we'd ever be able to simply enjoy a night out to dinner again. So what do I hope you see? Rejuvenation, a willingness to embrace change, acclimation to a new normal. And that leaves the bottom right, a picture that was one of many taken during a family photo shoot on October 2nd, 2022. A gift for our family courtesy of my former colleague and a great friend, Mrs. Leslie Leitner, and her sister Kelly. The laughter and joy exhibited in this picture might lead you to believe that we were totally carefree, that at that moment all the good in the world was at our fingertips. But just a few weeks earlier, following an unexpected seizure at work and a week spent in the hospital, we learned from Amy's oncologist that she had developed leptomeningeal disease. The breast cancer that had first reared its ugly head in 2017 was back, this time in the lining of her brain. The day after this photo shoot, October 3rd, Amy was scheduled for a procedure to place an Ommaya reservoir, a port that would be used to deliver chemotherapy directly to her brain tissue. The hope was to stave off the cancer spread for as long as possible, but even so, we had been told that she likely had only months to live. But none of that is evident in this picture, is it? Because for a little stretch of time, we were totally carefree, and all the good in the world was at our fingertips. So what do I hope you see? Resolve, hope, faith, and unwaveringly, this. For those in the back, it reads, "Stronger than cancer." Over the last several years, Amy would wear this like a badge to chemotherapy treatments or just around the house. I'm convinced that, along with the tremendous work of her doctors, it was her quality as a human and her love for the life she shared with us that turned a few months to live into a few years. And while the pain of her absence will always be lurking, I cannot adequately put into words how grateful I am for the time we had. She is, and always will be, stronger than cancer. Many of the seniors sitting up front today were in my Biology 1 class during the 2022-23 school year. And while you didn't know the reasons, you might recall the frequent days I missed or the phone calls I had to field or make during your classes. For those of you who applied for this year's scholarship, thank you. I have the utmost respect for what you've poured out in your brief essays, and I hope the message I have shared with you today can continue to provide some inspiration for showing your good to the world. For those who might apply in the future, allow me to recap the qualities I see in these photos. Qualities Amy shared so willingly with me for over 28 years. Qualities I long to see in all of you and hope someday to read about in your essays. Compassion, forgiveness, unfailing love, sacrifice, selflessness, willingness to accept a calling, rejuvenation from the things that wear you down, embracing change, adjusting to a new normal, resolve, hope, faithfulness, strength over fear. So this year, I'm pleased to present two recipients of the 2026 Evan Campbell Memorial Scholarship, Adeline Crawford and Bella Orr.
Good afternoon. For those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Mrs. Macbeth, and I am the new assistant principal here at Redbank Valley, and I'm honored to give the next awards. Each year, the Keystone State Athletic Conference awards 4 scholarships to each of its 12 member schools. Our first 2 awards recognize 1 senior male and 1 senior female student athlete from each KSAC school. To be eligible, students must be actively enrolled seniors, earn at least 2 varsity letters, maintain the highest GPA among eligible candidates, and plan to attend a post-secondary educational institution following graduation. It is my honor to announce this year's female recipient is Addison Bond, and this year's male recipient is Nolan Barnett. Our final 2 KSAC awards recognize outstanding sportsmanship. These awards are presented to 1 senior male and 1 senior female student athlete from each KSAC school who exemplify respect, integrity, and leadership both on and off the field. Eligible students must be actively enrolled seniors, earn at least 2 varsity letters, demonstrate sportsmanship towards opponents, officials, and teammates throughout their senior year, have received no unsporting fouls during the interscholastic competition, and maintain a GPA of 3.0 or higher. It is my pleasure to announce this year's Female Sportsmanship Award recipient, Alan Hagan, and this year's male recipient, Jordan Smith. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Harmon, and I'm one of 2 advisors, along with Mr. Laird, of our school's chapter of National Honor Society. Each year, NHS partners with the American Red Cross to host a blood drive, and this year's blood drive, we had it in the spring. The Red Cross is actually responsible, I didn't know this, 40% of the U.S. blood supply, and every 2 seconds, someone needs blood. So, a couple of facts for our blood drive and why we should have one. So as part of the program, the Red Cross told Mr. Laird and I in advance that if we collect 30 units of blood, NHS would be able to receive a $500 check to dole out as a scholarship to students. And if we got 50 units, the amount doubled, so $1,000. So that's an important detail for this first recipient. I say first because we had 2 applicants that stood out, and when Mr. Laird and I were deciding to award the money, each student will receive a $250 check today. Today you just get a certificate. The office is doing the checks. You'll get them eventually, I promise. So the day of the event, we had so many sign-ups and walk-ins that I thought we'd hit that 50 mark in that $1,000 scholarship. Now, we were 2 away. Jaron Christians, a senior, he and I made a deal. If it came down to the end and we needed 2 more people, we would both give blood to tip it over to the 50 and get that $1,000 scholarship. We had many unable to give, a few not show up, and by the end of the day, we fell way short of 50, but we'd still reached the 30 goal and the $500. I looked over, though, to the donors who were giving, and there's Jaron still giving blood, even though he didn't have to, according to our agreement. I didn't give at all, but he did. That's the type of student that Jaron is. It's pretty evident today with what kind of student he is, and that's why the first recipient of the $250 Red Cross Scholarship is Jaron Christians. So Jaron, come on up.
At this time, it's my privilege to recognize a senior whose actions truly reflect the spirit of service, leadership, and compassion that the National Honor Society strives to promote. The second of this year's National Honor Society Blood Drive Scholarships is awarded to a student who has consistently demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to helping others through regular blood donation. While many people understand the importance of donating blood, few make it a lasting habit. This student has continually stepped forward to give of herself in a way that directly saves lives and supports members of our community during times of need. In addition to her commitment to service, she has represented the values of the National Honor Society with integrity, kindness, and leadership through her high school career. It's with great pride that we present the National Honor Society Blood Drive Scholarship to this outstanding senior, Molly Coyle.
All right. Well, I'm sure many of you adults are looking at the schedule and at the watch as well, and it's not going to line together, right? But I'm going to go through these super fast because I'm presenting on behalf of different agencies local that withhold scholarships, and they do the application process. They collect them, they review them, and then they give me the name to give you the award. The majority of the checks will be handed to you they'll be sent to you via mail, and or they will be sent to your school of choice. It's going to be very quick, so whenever I call your name, you're going to come up on stage, and you're just going to stand here with the line of students that are receiving these awards. You're not going to exit, you're just going to stay up here until I complete all the scholarships. All right, so for the first one, in the departments of math, history, English, and science, teachers collaborated together to pick the best student in that subject category. Then they were sent to the American Legion, in which they will be providing you with a check. Those students are, for history, Jordan McCausland. English, Kimberly Adams. Math, Jaron Christians. And science, Gavin Bish. This year's Priority First Federal Credit Union Education Scholarship will be given to Nolan Barnett. This year's Ted Lawrence Memorial Scholarship for $1,000 will be gifted to Adeline Crawford. This year's Matthew Brinker Scholarship, which will be awarded $500. The recipient is Mackenzie Kundick. The Orville Lurch 4-H Scholarship, which is $1,000, will be awarded to Nolan Barnett. The Amy Davis Scholarship, which is $1,000, will be awarded to Jordan Smith. The Rotary Club Clarion University Scholarship, which is $1,000, will be awarded to Mackenzie Kundick. This year's Redbank Valley Association Redbank Valley Education Association Foundation for individuals pursuing an education would be Nolan Barnett. The Redbank Valley Education Association scholar that's going to pursue a vocational trade for $500 is going to be Shay Lovesey. The Pennsylvania Board Association Trust Scholarship, which is $2,500, will be awarded to Adeline Crawford. For Shay, as she's just walking up on stage, the Jack and Donna Snyder Scholarship for $1,000 goes to her. She's not done yet. For the Marjorie Hines Memorial Scholarship for $8,000 also goes to Shay. The John and Helen Mogul Scholarship for $1,000 goes to Nolan. The Brad and Denise Kemmer-Bish Scholarship for $1,000 goes to Mackenzie Kundick. The Central Electric Good Neighbor Scholarship for $3,000 goes to Adeline Crawford. And then lastly, I am pleased to present the Alex Mills McGuire Scholarship because it represents a student that most of you may have had the pleasure of knowing over the years. In his passing over 4 years ago, donations were made by the request of the family to the Farm Bureau. Then it continued on through a t-shirt fundraiser each fall for Suicide Awareness Month. Allison Mills Monrian, Alex's mother, continues to educate and offer support, spreading mental health awareness and suicide survivor support to those affected by suicide. Alex Mills McGuire will always be remembered through these efforts. She reminds us that the words cannot be expressed enough. If you are struggling with your mental health, please reach out to a friend, a family member. This one gets me every time, sorry. She reminds us that the words cannot be expressed enough. If you are struggling with your mental health, please reach out to a friend, a family member, mental health professional, or anyone you are comfortable with. Help is always available. You are enough, and Burton Company lives by the motto, don't let your circle end. It is my pleasure to present the Alex Mills McGuire Scholarship to Jackson Huffman and Wyatt Skinner. Once they get up here, we'll let them pause for a picture, and then we'll take them to the side to get more photographs. All right, one last time, a round of applause for these individuals. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I have a ton to say, but unfortunately we're running short of time. So I just want to present this one-time FFA March Memorial Scholarship for $300 to Jordan Smith. Congratulations and good luck. Oh, and he just got some cold hard cash.
Hello, everyone. I have a few different things going on here, but I'm going to start with the Veda Jean Roof Scholarship. She was an elementary music teacher when I was a child, so that was like, you know, back in the Stone Ages, as my son would say, for those of you that know him. And so there's a scholarship made in her name, and the recipient for that $1,000 scholarship is Helena Barrett. With Matthew. Ms. McLean and I are going to ask all the students that participated in PMEA events to come forward at this time. Just real quick brief on that. Students are selected to go to the district level, whether it's choir or band, and then from there they compete by doing an audition on their own for judges, and then they have an opportunity to advance ahead. So for district chorus this year, we had Maddie Pleiter, Janessa Kemp, Natalie Westover, Joey Bryson, Emma Schaefer. Did I get them all? Congratulations. Janessa. Oh, they're pretty. Joey. Is Emma coming? Is Emma here? What? I gave it to Emma. Oh, I didn't see you. Hey. And Emma also advanced onto the region level for choir. sound and band? No. Okay. You can do the band people.
We have a similar process for band, and the students that went to district band are Joseph Bryson, Cheyenne Keel, and Rachel Shoemaker. And both of these students up here, Cheyenne Keel and Joseph Bryson, proceeded on to Region 2 band. And for the first time in 15 years, we have a band student that moved on to the state level, going against musicians from all of Pennsylvania, and that is Joseph Bryson. You have one more. They also have the opportunity to audition for an honors jazz ensemble, and Joseph Bryson made it on trombone.
Congratulations. Do you want to do Ryan's Murphy's Music Award now?
Oh, yeah.
And we'll save the other things for later.
A music store that closely works with Redbank Valley, Murphy's Music Center, presents an award or offers an award for students that show outstanding leadership and musicianship throughout the year. And one student that I noticed presented this from the time that I met him all the way up until he's graduating this year is somebody that profoundly represents what we look for in leadership and especially in musicianship, and that recipient is Ryan Hepler.
I love that. I remember those days. Don't go far away. And I have one more thing I'm going to just do real quickly, because this might be the only opportunity to get all of these guys together. Tri-M is our Music Honor Society, and we have several seniors graduating this year. So if you could please come forward and get your cords. Mackenzie Downs was our president, Adeline Crawford, vice president, Helena Barrett, secretary, Jordan Smith, treasurer, Maddie Plater, public relations, and then we also had Jordan McCausland, Gavin Bish, and Ryan Hepler.
In the fall of 2025, 5 Redbank Valley juniors and seniors took a leap of faith to try out a brand new class at Redbank. Funded by a grant from the State Board of Education, 5 upper class ladies opted to join a unified career exploration class to work with a group of junior high students and explore careers related to teaching. It has been an amazing experience for everyone involved, and I have no doubt that each of these junior high students has left handprints on these ladies' hearts. Join me in congratulating them on a job well done and the bright futures they each have ahead of them. I encourage you to explore this option as you become juniors and seniors. So let's have those ladies come up. First, we have our junior, Carly Neiswanger. She will be joining us again next year, so she'll have to wait for her presentation. And our seniors, Natalie Traub. Adeline Crawford. Maddie Plater. and Emily Confer. Presenting to Adeline will be Trenton. Go ahead, Trenton. CJ to Natalie Troup. Tate to Maddie Pleiter. And Trenton to Emily Confer. Good job, ladies.
This afternoon, I'm honored to present the Gwendolyn Smith Scholarship. This $2,500 scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who plans to continue their education at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. This year's recipient has demonstrated dedication to her education and a commitment to her future goals. As she prepares to begin this next chapter at IUP this fall, we are excited to see all that she will accomplish. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Gwendolyn Smith Scholarship, Cammie Hornberger. Okay. It's also my honor this afternoon to recognize two individuals on behalf of the Student Services Office, both members of the inaugural varsity bocce team. First, I'd like to recognize Nathan Bowersox. Many of you may know Nathan as an excellent student and artist. This year, we came to know Nathan as an excellent bocce player. Walt Disney once said, we keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things, because we're curious and curiosity keeps us leading us down new paths. We are thankful that Nathan opened new doors this year, moving forward and out of his comfort zone to become a valuable team member of the 2026 bocce team. We're excited to hear what doors he opens next. Secondly, we recognize James McFarland. Many of you know him as Jimmy, an excellent student who is part of the police science program at the Career Center. This year, James also became part of our first ever varsity bocce team. James stepped up as a leader on the team, committed to practices, quick to set up and tear down the court, sharing strategies with teammates, and always ready for the next set. James is just a leader. We acknowledge that he represented Redbank Valley well, and we are excited to see his continued success. Nathan Bowersox and James McFarland.
And we're back for our department awards for music. We have 3 students that would like to recognize, and they have all gone above and beyond, been involved in various things throughout all aspects of the music department, band, choir, tri-am, everything. And those 3 people are Maddie Pleiter, Helena Barrett, and Ryan Hepler, who also served as drum major for marching band this year.
All right, social studies teacher back. For the social studies department awards, the female recipient goes to Ivy Nee. And Ivy, you better walk down here. Don't get a ride up to the stage. And the male recipient is someone that was always offering something up in class. It wasn't always appropriate, but we always encouraged discussion in class, and it was never a shortage of discussion with events going on in the world. Tristan Johnston.
Now on to the English awards. Each year, academic departments are asked to select 2 seniors. I'm just going to skip because we're in a hurry. We decided on 2 names. These students are smart, confident, exceptional in English. Throughout junior and senior high school, they have consistently demonstrated excellence in literary analysis And for these two students in particular, exceptional writing ability. They've developed strong composition skills and the ability to express complex ideas clearly and thoughtfully. The English department's outstanding English student awards go to Dana Ruffner and Jaron Christians.
I would like to honor two seniors in the Family Consumer Science Department, and they are Kaylee Wells and Elliot Westover.
Okay, it's my turn. I have the math awards, and we are presenting them to Jaron Christians and Mackenzie Kundick.
Buenas tardes. I have the Foreign Language Awards, and they are being awarded to honors or advanced Spanish takers. So the awards go to Nolan Barnett and Kara McGuire.
Hello, everyone. I'm here for the science department, and the two people we have are Kimberly Adams and Jaron Christians.
I'm here for the art department, Dana Ruffner, Nathan Bowerstocks, and Paxton Proper. For the 2026 School to Work Citizenship Award, for $600, that is Tyson Hopper. And then for the School Council Recognition Award, I have Gabriella, Devin Weckerly, Ryan Bowles, and Ivy Nee. This is all you did, maybe? That is all the departmental awards. Let's give them one last round of applause.
Before we start, could Triam seniors go out in the hallway and get a picture? Miss Mack asked if they could before we start. Okay, go ahead.
Today we are proud to dedicate this year's yearbook to someone who has truly become a part of the heart of this community.
For years and years, he has been there with a camera in hand, capturing the moments that mean the most to all of us. The victories, the celebrations, the memories, and even the small moments in between.
Because of his commitment, passion, and endless support for generations of students, it is an honor to dedicate the 2025-2026 Redbank Valley Yearbook to Mr. Masler. Thank you for everything you have done for this school.
Thank you, seniors. I have many memories of this group and this school. I have more memories than a person ever deserves. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I am here to recognize Student Council and all the efforts they've done this year. I have to make it really fast. So basically, they've done your homecoming events, your prom, fundraisers for different grade levels, things like that. So if you are a Student Council member, please stand up and give them a round of applause. We want to thank our senior members who are moving to the next chapter of their journey, and we are actually also going to introduce our new Student Council Executive Board for next year. Please stand when I say your names. President will be Addie Hetrick. Vice President is Marley Carrier. Secretary is Kennedy White. Treasurer is Abby Truitt. Public Relations is Hazel Coyle and Jace Huffman. And communication coordinators are Cami Monneran and Adeline Roop. And now Mara is going to hand over the senior class key.
As the senior class president for the class of 2026, it is my honor to present the senior class key to the class of 2027 senior class president, Elena Carrico.
I accept this key on behalf of the class of 2027. It is now my honor to introduce the remaining senior class officers for the class of 2027. Please come to the stage when I call your name. Vice President Tate Fricko. Okay. Secretary Janessa Kemp. And treasurers Tessa Starcher and Braylon Rarick.
All right, so it's time for Step Up. Here we go. Class of 2026, please stand up and join us on the stage to be soon-to-be graduates.
Juniors, take your place as seniors.
Can't read. Sophomores, you move into your place.
Wait, do I say it? Okay.
Freshmen, move to your new seats as sophomores.
Tell me when to go. Go for it.
Eighth graders, welcome to the high school level. Take your place as freshmen.
I had to speak more than you. Speak into the black one. Speak into the black one, not the white one, and even that interjection.
As we're moving here, we want to recognize a few of our teachers that are retiring this year. If you could please come to the stage, Mrs. Bain, Mrs. Hawk, Mrs. Bomfordine, Miss Cronin, and finally Patty Van Heist.
Seventh graders, you may now take your place as eighth graders.
You do it again.
Sixth graders move into the place of the seventh graders.
Perfect. All right. I don't get to take it home.
No, you don't get to take it home.
Where do we go?
Vice President. So when can I start messing this whole thing up?
Thank you, congratulations.